Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Foxy here. Today, I'm bringing you guys a theory video on Five Nights at Freddy's 4 and what my opinions and what I think has to do with each of the images that have been presented by Scott, aka Scott Cawthon, aka Scott Games, and or whatever else you want to call him, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, the wonderful franchise that most of us tend to love. I'd like to think that there is some significance in the colors of these images. So, first we're presented with the Five Nights at Freddy's Freddy, Nightmare Freddy, and or Fredbear, as some people like to call him. And it's been confirmed by Scott that in the minigame where you play as Springtrap, that is the original Fredbear location. At least I believe it was confirmed. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed. And so far, considering he's just shown us these two, I'd assume that these are the two original animatronics, glossed over by different, shadings. Because the entire image is obviously shaded purple here, along with in the original image that was Freddy. It was just generally like coated in red. A lot of people thought it was similar to blood. I feel like it was a darker shade than what he intended, but this is also kind of like a purplish blue. It's between. When you cut out the hue of the red, I know that it's supposed to be more of a golden yellowish color, similar to Springtrap. I am not 100% sure on this, and I don't really know. One thing I would like to point out to the about both animatronics is that their eyes, I know there's the gloss over, but they do have those lights in them. And I don't know if it's the overshadow of the color, but in this image they seem to be more purple, and in the Freddy image they seem to be more of a red shade. I'm not sure about what the full correlation between the two might be at that point. I think it might just have to do with the colors. It definitely might. But if it doesn't, it might play into the fact that these are the murderers. And the fact that backs up that there's two murderers, if you guys haven't seen it yet, if you guys didn't know, during the Foxy minigame, where you run into the kids, you go there 3 times. On the 3rd time when you go through, you see like this pink guy, essentially. He's more of a pink than a purple, as opposed to the obvious purple guy, where he attacks you, find its race too, and also you basically end his life in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, where he comes back as Springtrap in the minigames that you play. There's a distinct difference between the two. So, my belief is that I know Springtrap was, the murderer died inside of Springtrap. But what if maybe the spirit of the killer, since he's more developed as an adult, maybe he's able to control 2 suits. I know this is far-fetched, it's out there, but what if he's able to control this bodysuit now? This for the sake of, let's call him I don't know. Let's just say Nightmare Body, because I've heard that term used, and I'll call the other one Nightmare Freddy, because I feel like they are pretty intimidating with those spiky fingers, and their just overall demeanor and how they look. It's just pretty it's intimidating. So my belief is that there were 2 murderers, and this is the main murderer. Body was the main murderer, and the Freddy, the Nightmare Freddy, is now the side murderer. Now, it hasn't been explained to us how the potential other murderer has died yet, but we know that the purple guy died. Sorry, didn't mean to pop that up. We know that he definitely died via, the spring lock closing in on him, and he, got crushed. There is no direct correlation between the death of the pink guy, though. So, in this Five Nights at Freddy's, I believe that maybe we might get an explanation of how that pink guy died, and or if there is a difference between the two. My belief is that Scott, as a game designer, from what I've looked into him for, which has been a decent number of his games, the differences between the two characters has to mean something. It definitely means something, whether or not it's something hugely significant, or if maybe that character isn't even related to the murders at all, and maybe he was just, I don't know, just watching. These two different suits with the different glowing eyes represent to be a potential 2 different murderers. And I know Springtrap with the white eyes, which would make me beg the question as to why this body's eyes are like purple. But at the same time, I could all be wrong, and the storyline could be completely different and diverse from what I'm actually expecting it to go in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. It's definitely a topic that I wouldn't mind discussing more in the future. I'll do more theory videos like this in the future. I know this is kind of weird considering I dropped out a couple gameplay videos before this. I think this should be like my 3rd video on the channel here. But I felt like this is something I wanted to do with Five Nights at Freddy's, because I'm the type of person that enjoys the storyline and like the theories and the ideas behind the game. And I think the Five Nights at Freddy's right now, a lot of people thought that it was really gonna die out after 3, and I had a lot of faith that 4 would be coming out. And the fact that 4 was coming out really inspired me and made me want to purchase the games. Not purchase the games, but re-download the games and start up this channel and get it moving and just, provide my insight to the community and just generally try to get this ball rolling and try to answer some of the questions that won't be answered for a couple months. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any ideas on theories I should do, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always open to ideas, and I like the idea of input from you guys. And if you guys enjoyed this or agree with anything I said or have potential other ways that things could be reworked and rerouted of how I said this and how it could work out differently, just put them in the comments, and I'd really appreciate if you guys could leave a few thumbs up. Let's shoot for, I don't know, 5. Let's do that. And if you're new, just please subscribe. I mean, it would be great if you could. I'm sorry if this video was a bit boring due to just being like these 2 images of the Nightmare Freddy and this me looking at the webpage for scottgames.com, just proving to you guys that this thing is still up. I don't have an image of the older one, so forgive me for that. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Leave me a comment to read. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.